Exactly. Now, before we let you go, I know when we launch this podcast, it's going to be very controversial.
No, absolutely.
Controversial. I know people is going to attack you. Are you ready for that?
I fear no man. I fear God and God alone. I fear no demon in hell. I'll cast him out in the name of Jesus Christ.
So you're not scared of Ben Shapiro?
He's a bitch. Ben Shapiro's a bitch. And let me tell you why he's a bitch. Because ain't he the one always talking about how we need... First off, he's dehumanizing the enemy. He's dehumanizing the enemy. He's saying these people aren't human. They're heathens. They're heathens. That's him justifying his want to go bomb them.
Yeah.
They're humans, you dummy.
They label Palestinians, the people that used to originally live there, amongst the Jews and the Muslims in Palestine. They're labeling them like they're not even citizens of Israel. They dehumanize. They don't even recognize those people as citizens. And then they're going as far as bombing their own people, and they say, "Oh, we fighting terrorism."
And that's the kind of hatred that's going to lead towards World War III. It's a bunch of Ben Shapiros telling you, oh, you got to give up your life to go fight my war for me. He wants you to go save all the Jews over there. By saving the Jews, he means bomb the Muslim kids. That's what Ben Shapiro wants, and he's too big of a bitch to come out and say it. I'll say it right to his face. I tell him he's a bitch. He wants to bum off my tax dollars. Hey, does Ben Shapiro weld? Does he do plumbing? Does he do electrics?
Nope.
What does he do for this country? Oh, he sits on his bitch ass and gets my taxes. I tell you right now, fuck you, Ben Shapiro. I'll beat your ass. And look, if you mess with Candace Owens, I promise you, if you lay one little greasy finger on Candace Owens, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to roll up on you, shirts off. I'm going to have the twins with me. We're going to beat your ass because you mess with Candace Owens. We're going to be looking shirts off, me in the middle. We're going to look like a 6-foot-tall Oreo coming at you, buddy. We're going to stomp your ass to the ground. Don't you mess with Candy, baby. I'm telling you right now, I don't like Ben Shapiro. I'll say it to his face. Bring him on the show. Because he wants Christian people in this country that he already steals their tax dollars off of. He's part of this corrupted government. He's a piece of shit just like the rest of them. He wants us to go die to bomb Muslim kids for his Jewish people because he's too scared to do it. How come Ben Shapiro, since he's all about this war, how come he don't sign up for the army? Because he's a bitch. Shirts off, me in the middle, we're going to look like a 6-foot-tall Oreo coming at you, buddy. Shirts off, me in the middle, we're going to look like a 6-foot-tall Oreo coming at you, buddy. Shirts off, me in the middle, we're going to look like a 6-foot-tall Oreo coming at you, buddy.
Oh, 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 ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie forever go together like a classic combination. Oreo Nabisco ting. Hey guys, what up? Total Control 871. Welcome back to BitChute. Welcome back to Rumble. Welcome back to Free Speech. Welcome back to Snack Time. Okay. Yes. Today we're going to be talking about corporate sponsorship among conservative podcasters, or even, dare I say, avant-garde, risque. It is a legitimate market. It's out there. The money is rife for the taking. The only question is who's actually bold enough to do it, you know? Now, obviously, to my knowledge anyway, Nabisco did not sponsor Bryce Mitchell, the very outspoken Bryce Mitchell. However, he did indeed use the phrase Oreo cookie to describe his animus for the Zionist oligarchy. Can't say that I necessarily blame him. I don't endorse any kind of physical violence, even against little loudmouth twits like Ben Shapiro, but I don't endorse or condone any kind of violence against them. But that's Bryce Mitchell for you. It's all the man knows. Good Lord. He stands up, takes off the shirt. He just immediately defaults to his MMA fighting stance, and that's what he knows. That's how he can wrap his head around the situation. So anyway, what I want to talk about today is now, you guys know I've been good, and I've been doing my best to be on my P's and Q's with my diet. This is no caving into any kind of insurmountable temptation or anything like that. I really wasn't thinking about any kind of snack, cookies, sweets, or anything at all. And no, it's not that Bryce Mitchell did not do what is referred to in the advertising game as suggestive sale, you know. Oh, I remember those days. Working for the Colonel. Whenever you finished your taking somebody's order, you know, they always say, do you have something to drink or for dessert? Suggestive sale. No, it's not that I caved in or succumbed to any kind of suggestive sale. Uh, I deliberately wanted to purchase Oreo cookies. Trust me, if I was going to, you know, cheat, it would definitely have been with the peach cobbler. Peach cobbler. I would have done it with that. But Bryce Mitchell, his spontaneous use of the Oreo cookie to describe him in the middle white guy flanked by two black guys. So, yeah, got our Oreo cookies here. Open them up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. There we go. There we go. So, I deliberately purchased the individual packs for more money. These pack cost almost $7. For $4 and change, I could have gotten more product, more cookie. However, I'm paying for the individual packaging, something to help me out with my control, you know. So therefore, I don't just simply open up, you know, the cellophane, the whatever they call it, the packaging, and then I know me. I'll just simply go to town and won't stop eating until the entire tray is just gone, you know. And this way, all I can do is open up one pack at a time. It's still a temptation, but nevertheless, so it says tear here. Well, then tear here is exactly what I'll do. So I'm going to have my first cookie in a very long time. I've got my milk here. Like I say, I'm not mukbanging. This is definitely for a particular purpose. Ooh, kerplunk. I know. You know, I was talking with my social worker, and she asked me, what do I do with the milk that I buy? I'm like, what the hell? What that does is that it tells me that these leftists, which she is, excuse me. Oh. Oh my God, that was incredible. She is a leftist. She's got the whole, she's a leftist. I'll put it like that. I don't want to sit there and mischaracterize her. But in other words, what my takeaway from the whole exchange with her was that this is definitely somebody who, if they're not vegetarian, if they're not vegan, then they're probably vegetarian, and that they just simply cannot fathom, you know, moo juice, you know, the ice cold milk and the Oreo cookie. This is probably something that they just can't wrap their head around. And oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Excuse me. I need to finish this. Okay. I am sorry. I was not expecting the sudden rush of sugar to have that kind of effect on me. So, you know what? I'm not even going to finish my rant on my leftist social worker. The bottom line to the whole thought is that she just can't fathom drinking milk as a form of sustenance, because she has to, you know, what do you do with it? like Like, what else would a person do with milk other than, either cook with it or drink it or anyway. Okay. So, Bryce Mitchell, and we're talking about corporate sponsorship, okay? We're not just simply talking about corporate sponsorship, we're also talking about the 6 cents economy. I have tried to clue you in as to what has happened to the American economy. I do suspect it's gone beyond just America. It's also gone global around the world. I don't know if what has happened, was it 9/11 or the 9/11 delayed aftershock, the '08 mortgage meltdown, basically. But whether America died, whether its economy died a rapid death with the onset of 9/11, or if it was something that occurred over multiple decades, the point is that I truly believe the American economy, it has died. And I believe that it is right now just basically doing the whole Bruce Willis 6 Sense thing. It's walking around. It doesn't understand that it died and that it has sustained a fatal injury. And because we hear all of the conservative podcasters, Bongino, Tim Pool, The Quartering, Graham Allen, Louder with Crowder. We often hear them lambaste the idiocracy of the woke everything. The Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light. Oh my God, you just Bud Lighted yourself. And they're all banging their heads against the wall, like, I don't get it. What is wrong? Why do these companies keep doing this? Why does Disney keep making these movies that are clearly going to flop like crazy, and yet they keep doing it? And the reason why they keep doing it is because all of these corporations, even Bud Light, even Anheuser-Busch, they want to remain in good standing with, do I want to say banking oligarchs? Because it's like, I can't just simply pick one word or one sentence to encapsulate the enormity of what it is, okay? We saw, what was it, last year? We had about 3 or 4 banks collapse, and Joe Biden's administration swoops in to save select banks. There will be bailouts for the right kind of banks. You get what I'm saying? So even though these corporations, they understand that by putting out this woke garbage, it's going to hurt them for profits right now, but it will, I guess you could say, ensure survivability into the next generation. That's the best I can really describe it for you. They know that in order to get the bailouts, and I know it's like, you would think taxpayers would vote differently, but they don't. Oh my God. The self-sabotage that goes on in the voting booths is unreal. And it happens on both sides of the aisle, But corporate sponsorship, so no. What do you call it? Nabisco, they won't say to themselves, hey, there's a whole market out there that we can exploit, that we can tap into, if only we stop being the mamby-pamby, candy-ass, woke little bitches that the rest of the world has become. However, it should be noted that Bryce Mitchell didn't just put money in Nabisco's pocket today. Let's take a look at everything that came in our Walmart shipment. Bear, you need to thank Bryce Mitchell, okay? This just so happened to tag along, because I wasn't just going to have just only cookies delivered. Bear Pharmaceuticals, you profited today from Bryce Mitchell. Say thank you. Walmart, you profited today from Bryce Mitchell. Say thank you. Peru, distributed by Walmart. Oranges from Peru, distributed by Walmart. You profited today because of Bryce Mitchell. Say thank you. Pepsi, you profited today because of Bryce Mitchell. Because of Bryce Mitchell, your product was purchased today. So like I say, all of these products. And I also got, I'm not going to go into the fridge, but I also got 2 gallons of milk, Walmart milk, and a pack of Walmart cheddar cheese. Okay, so these items were all purchased today because Bryce Mitchell said the word Oreo cookie. Okay, all of this ended up being purchased today because of Bryce Mitchell. Now, in the Twins podcast today that had Bryce Mitchell on, shout out to the Hodge twins for hosting Bryce Mitchell and getting his opinions on what he feels. I understand that Bryce Mitchell has some really far out beliefs. In that particular podcast, Bryce Mitchell went on about how he thinks the earth is flat. If I'm not mistaken, he called gay people faggots. I'm a gay person. He also talked about how black people are putting out garbage music. I gotta agree with him on that. See, people? See what I'm saying? It's not like it's a whole enchilada that gets rolled up and just shoved down your throat. It can be a buffet table. Pick and choose the parts that you like. What works for you? Okay? So, Bryce Mitchell said a lot of things in that podcast. Some things I agree with, some things that I don't. You know, we agree where we agree, and where we don't, we simply don't, okay? But I'm not going to take it out on Nabisco, even though Nabisco didn't sponsor the segment, I don't think. or any of these products, Pepsi, Walmart, Bayer Pharmaceuticals, if any of these products were to have popped up as a commercial during their podcast, I would not have held it against them because, oh my God, Walmart has an ad running on a podcast that called Gay People Faggots. Wah. Okay, suck it up. Give me a fucking break, all right? All right, trust me. In my life, and I'm a fag in my 50s, I've been called a lot worse, all right? Wah. You're gonna be okay, all right, precious? Okay, my little precious. Do I need to say a little prayer for you? Okay. Are you having your precious moment? Ooh. Precious moment. All right, I'm not going to sing. You see what I'm saying, people? Don't take yourself so seriously. And besides, if I'm not mistaken, toward the end of that podcast, good Lord, Bryce had his shirt take off. He's ready to get on the ground, roll around, and beat up Ben Shapiro because he said something bad about Candace Owens. He's ready to defend Candace Owens, a black woman. He's ready to defend a black woman's honor. Isn't that sweet in his own little redneck way? So, give me a break, okay, people? So I think I've made my point here. I just wanted to put together it's a short episode, just simply letting you know. Letting all of corporate America out there know. I understand this. Talk about your ghost guns. That's the real ghost gun that's put up against corporate America's head. Okay, this Bill Gates, Tedros, World Economic Forum, George Soros, all these deep state Zionist oligarchs, okay, who are hell-bent on ushering in their twisted, perverted New World Order. They're holding all these metaphorical ghost guns to the heads of so many corporations. If you want to make sure that your company is going to survive in the New World Order, then you'll be sure to hire the correct kind of, it's correct kind of people. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what? I wasn't even going to bring this up in this particular podcast because I wanted to make this short, but I'm going to play something for you real quick. This is the kind of people that they want to hire for the New World Order.
Jessica Lynn Bower, Alisuna Cole Bishop, Marcelin Brabazan Carr, Mavie Lee Zubeth Bratowski.
Ron, where are you? Where is Ron right now? No Ron, huh? Well, you better be sick, dead, or mute.
Iabri, Efuni Batista Santos, Jessica Lynn Bower, Sayer Uvun Jinju Brinon, Tamulme Thomas. Wait a minute.
No, people. I'm not talking about those poor graduate students, those nursing students. I'm talking about, let's be honest, it was a black woman, and I've searched online to see was there a different camera angle that shows the person, this woman of color, fumbling some of the most innocuous, easy, everyday names that you've ever seen. I understand that there are phonetic pronunciations, phonetic spellings, but hello, are you telling me that so you would think that it would be the real name? Tell me now, on these cards that you're reading, wouldn't it be the real name, Allison, and then maybe a phonetic spelling? Okay, so you would only have to go to this phonetic spelling if you can't read the name Allison, the name Sarah, okay, the name Thomas, okay? That's the only reason why you would have to look down further. Because put it like this, when I first heard of the story, I was like, what is this, Nigerian names? Because Nigerians, they're God bless them, they're very education oriented. They go to take a lot of medical courses. The Africans, the Nigerians, they're very intelligent people. Or was it South Asian, East Asian? Again, all very intelligent people, and I'm happy to have them as a medical caregiver, assuming they're not pushing New World Order woke ideology, but I'll put a pin in that for another day. I have no doubt that these people are intelligent, but I'm talking about the person saying their names, the what do you call it, the MC, the commemorator. How is it that you don't know the name Thomas? Okay? You are supposed to be yourself higher education faculty. This is what the New World Order, the Gates, the Tedros, the Soros, these type of black people, these are the ones they very stealthily, deftly, deft. Am I pronouncing the word right? It means skilled. Deft means skilled. Very skillfully putting these type of minorities, installing them in certain sectors of the private and government community, because they know that they're so stupid, much like indeed, the Chicago mayor, Brandon, whatever his name is, he already within weeks or months of him taking office, he collapsed into an emotional pile. And of course, his Zionist handler had to swoop in, put him back together, load up his head with fresh software, reboot his head, say this to the people. And that's what's going to happen. We want to make sure that we have complete control over higher education, but remember camouflage. We don't want to be associated with, when it all goes to shit. When this garbage quality of care starts rolling out and people start noticing, oh my God, my doctor is functionally illiterate. Okay? I watched the series, the detective series, Will Trent, ABC's Will Trent. Okay? I watch it. I call it woke tourism. I call it a guilty pleasure. I just get a kick. I want to know, how woke does woke get? As I watch this, what's supposed to be a federal agent, and apparently he's functionally illiterate, people. And like I say, prior to the Jefferson University scandal, prior to that, I would think that this is, oh my goodness, the woke cult. They are trying to sell us on the idea that a federal agent can somehow be functionally illiterate and still not only do their job, but do it in such an exceptional way that they are just the man, baby. They're the go-to man. When you got a tough case, you go to Will Trent, even though he's functionally illiterate. Well, apparently this is what's happening. So when you go to your doctor or whatever passes for a doctor, God only knows what their aptitude, what their skill set actually is. Or did they just simply check a particular set of boxes? Oh, they're gay. Oh, they're trans. Oh, they're interracial. Oh, they're the first whatever. I'm the first fill in the blank. And because I'm the first, therefore I deserve it. This is what's happening. And all the while, these Zionist oligarchs are just simply, crossing their fingers. The Goyim will be too distracted with their whatever we give them to be distracted by to realize what's happening. Or by the time they figure out what's happening, it's too late. Too late, baby, it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. It's too late. It's too late. By the time you try to take action to course correct, it is too damn late. Okay? Handmaid's Tale. Slaughter of Congress. Too late. Too late. What was I think it was the same episode, or I think after Congress got slaughtered, people are out there marching. They're marching to protest how women are being subjugated. Sweetheart, that protest is so late and wrong. Just pack it up. Head to the hills. At that point, you're just simply going to have to find an underground railroad and escape tyranny. It's too late. Okay? By the time you figured out that you're being subjugated and put into slavery, it's too late. Find an underground railroad and escape to the hills. That's all I can really tell you. So yeah, our corporates, our corporations, just because, look, I'm sorry. Every single piece of criticism against Israel and Zionist, you're never going to be able to please everybody. It's never going to happen. It's not. Okay? You're never going to please everybody. Instead, all you have to do is just simply make a good product. All I need Nabisco to do is make that cookie taste so fucking good. That's all I need you to do. I don't need you to agree with me. I don't need you to boycott conservatives. I don't need you to take a stance. I don't need you. What was it? This is May. Next month is June. Next month is a gay pride month. I don't need Nabisco to put a rainbow in their icon on their social media. I don't need any of that. Okay? I'm a gay man. I don't need that. I don't need you to virtue signal for Black History Month. I don't need any of that. All I need you to do is make a really great cookie. That is it. I don't need ridiculous commercials that feature exclusively black people or exclusively gay people or exclusively overweight people. I'm also overweight. I don't need you to do that. Just simply make a great cookie. High quality. Okay? You know, I said it before on the channel here. I used to be a toy collector. I had a very, very large toy collection. And so I found that to be of particular note and interest. But that one, somebody might see it as, you know, a collectible high value. And the whole point that I'm saying with all that is that sometimes a store, be it Walmart, Target, Toys R Us when it was still alive, they would find themselves, it was really interesting, they found themselves, shall we say, I guess jealous. They were jealous of the secondary market because there are some action figures people will pay a couple $100s, you know. These things can explode in value quite significantly. And of course, wouldn't these stores love to be able to sell these things, you know, as a primary market? And it wouldn't just simply be the stores like Walmart and Target and what have you. It would also be the manufacturer. Mattel had a DC license, and they would get angry. They would want to be able to sell each one of their action figures for, you know, $100 or $200. But that isn't how it works. So these companies, and the reason why I'm saying all this is that ultimately, whether it's the manufacturer like Mattel or Hasbro or Toy Biz, whatever, or Playmates, whatever the manufacturer may be, okay, and the department chains that carry their product, you're all going to have to ask yourself ultimately, what are we here to do? Yes, I get it. In our storeroom, we just got a fresh shipment of action figures, and then it's usually like the one figure per case. That's the hard to find figure. So, you know, yes, even though we know that there are figures back there that the collectors and the dealers will pay top dollar for, that's not what we do. We're not the secondary market. So while true, I may have collected a toy collection that was somewhere around $30,000 in value, any one of these corporate chain stores has multiple millions of dollars of inventory at any given time. So yes, some of the figures that I have were valued at, you know, hundreds of dollars each, but these corporate store inventory, they have to understand this is what you are. You're not a dealer. You're not on the secondary market. Know what you are. Know what your purpose is. Know what your function is. Okay? I don't need any of these companies back here to virtue signal to me. Okay? I need Bayer Pharmaceuticals to make a product that's going to be safe and effective. okay, for my allergy pills. The oranges, hey, just give me something that's not genetically modified, all of it, whatever it may be. I want it to be safe to consume, and I want it to be really good. I want it to taste good. You see what I'm saying? I don't need you to virtue signal and to be all these things that your company isn't set up to be. Walmart isn't set up to be a secondary market. It's not what you're set up. You're not set up like that. So just simply make good products, sell your products, offer your products, and yeah, I get it. There will be threats of boycotts and, oh my God, we're going to boycott this and boycott. I tell you what. I'm going to say this as far as the threats of boycotts go, and then I'm going to wrap up and close. Okay. I take you back to 2020. Right about now, right around your March, April, May of 2020, where the fake pandemic was the height, the fear-mongering was at its height, okay? And if you recall, for a while there, for about 3 or 4 months, Chinese restaurants, they were having a rough go of it, But you know what happened? Despite all the fear porn surrounding the fake pandemic, apparently the boycott didn't last very long at all. Why? Because deep down, people knew that the pandemic was fake, especially after the George Floyd riots. And if people can survive that just fine, then fine. Or 2020, June, apparently it was only fat black transsexuals who are allowed to have a gay pride parade. Regular gay people couldn't have a parade, but if you're fat, black, and transsexual, then yeah, you can have your parade. So all these crazy ass inconsistencies definitely let people know that you're being had. It's all bullshit. Okay? And eventually people know that Chinese food, it's just too damn delicious to live the rest of your life without it. Okay? Stop. Just stop. Your local Chinese restaurant had nothing at all to do with the fake pandemic. That's going to be your Bill Gates, your Tedros, your George Soros, those freaks, those New World Order Zionist freaks, they're the ones who are hurting you. All right? Pfizer, Moderna, all these big pharma people, these are the people who are hurting you. All right? Your local Chinese restaurant, they're just trying to eke out a living for themselves and their kids. That's it. And people, they realize it. That boycott didn't last for longer than 6 or 7 weeks, and people went right back to calling for the food. The same thing will happen to you. Any of these companies and many, many more, everything else in my little home here that I buy, okay? If you want to start advertising on conservative podcasts, then do it. Do it. Yes, there's going to be backlash. Yes, there's going to be some hell to pay. But in the end, just like Chinese restaurants, people are going to be like, damn. I'd give anything for some Oreo cookies. Shit. Cookies good than a motherfucker, man. Okay? These people are not going to live the rest of their life without ever eating another Oreo cookie. Eventually, they're going to storm off in a huff. Storm off in a huff, but let me see, reach for a song real quick to drive home my point. Just as they walk to the door, they can feel your emotion pulling me back. Yes, people. Yes, you're going to pull them back, okay? They're going to storm off in a huff, but then they're going to come the fuck back, okay? They won't be gone that long, okay? As far as the whole Bud Light thing, because I think I just had a whole thing saying that Bud Light is still suffering. When are people going to finally come to terms and realize that Bud Light, it was never a good product, okay? That's why people walked away and stayed away. They were, just wasn't a good product, okay? Trust me, I got stories I could tell you. I think I mentioned it on one of my channels. I think the channel's been since deleted. Back in my roaring 20s, yes, those roaring 20s where I was still making mistakes. Oh, boy. Big C's Bar, and next to Big C's Bar in Atlantic City was, Moe's Chicken. It was a rat hole. No, seriously, literally. You would stand there waiting for your fried chicken gizzards with mice darting around your feet, and you didn't leave. You didn't ask for your money back. Why? Because the chicken was just that damn good. You put your faith in the temperature of the shortening that it will kill anything. It's what you did. See? When you have a quality product, then people, they come back. Even though they walk to the door, I can feel you're going to pull them back, all right? So, like I say, be brave. Just be brave, okay? Because that's what's going to survive, okay? Because right now the government is offering you artificial support, life support. Who's going to get bailed out? Well, maybe you shouldn't be running your company wondering, who's going to bail me out when it happens. If you need bailing out, then maybe you don't have a good product. All right, people, that's it. Go buy something. Whatever. I'm not a brand. I do no deals whatsoever, and that's by choice. I don't ever want anybody telling me, like, I don't want my finances to become so ensnared like Tim Pool's and so many other podcasters. They're addicted. Their everything hinges on sponsorship and monetization. Tim Pool knows that he knows that he can't pull an Alvin, the Cosby Show, the actor. His character's name was Alvin. I forget his real name, but he ended up turning up at a Home Depot working for whatever they paid per hour, because there was just simply no more work for him. And Tim Pool knows damn well that he doesn't have it within him to actually go and get an everyday Joe six-pack job. He's not. That's not what. So this is it for him. To be however young that he may be, 30 whatever, this is it for him. His back's against the wall, so he's going to. So, like I say, don't turn to these podcasters who are addicted to big tech money, okay? Because they're going to always service their big tech oligarch master. Always, okay? Ferret out people, like myself, who are going to tell you exactly the way it is, unbridled, no endorsement deals. I take no money, so nobody can threaten me into silence the way they do so many others. All right, that's it for now, everybody. Keep fighting, keep watching, and maybe, just maybe, we can pull this thing off. Total Control 871.